Hello everyone, welcome to Rachel Pichler Yoga. Just in case we haven't met before, my name is Rachel. Today we're doing a full body flow, so find some space to move and let's get started. So we will begin today in just a nice comfy seat, and you could place your hands on your knees or in your lap if you prefer. But close your eyes when you're ready. Let's take a slow, deep breath in. Lengthen through your spine. Let that breath go. And do it again. A slow, deep inhale. And exhale. And one more time, breathe in as much air as you possibly can. And let it go. Awesome, you guys. Let your chin start to tip down towards your collarbone. Bringing some length into the back of the neck. And then you might start to roll your head from shoulder to shoulder. And just loosen things up as you move from side to side at your own pace, and maybe let the head roll and get a little bit bigger, going all the way from shoulder to shoulder. And then sit a little bit taller if you have some space to grow, to lengthen. And the next time that your chin comes back down towards your collarbone, just pause there for a breath. And maybe lengthen your spine again. Your eyes are closed. You might open them up now so you're looking down. And then you can slowly lift your chin as well. Now you're looking forwards in front. We're going to move into tabletop onto our hands and knees from here. So you can find your way over. Spreading your fingers wide and pressing your palms, your hands into the ground. Maybe give your hips a bit of a sway, side to side too. And then take an inhale and drop your belly down. Bend your elbows. And then lift your chest and straighten the arms and look forwards maybe. Turn your elbow creases forwards too and hold it here. Arching your back. Stay for an inhale, and as you exhale, round your spine. Tuck your chin. Push into your hands. A little faster as you inhale, drop your belly, lift your chest, and exhale, round the spine. One more inhale, drop down. Look forwards or even up slightly, and exhale, round. Awesome, you guys. Let an inhale bring you back to a long spine. Tabletop, tuck your toes. Lift your knees up and into your downward facing dog. Take a moment to maybe pedal your feet. Lift and lower your heels. Bend and straighten your knees. And push into your hands. Stay for a slow, deep breath in and out. And then use another inhale to look forwards. As you exhale, walk up to the top of your mat. Take an inhale for a half lift once you get there. And exhale to fold forward. Inhale, come all the way up to standing. Reach up. Exhale, lower your arms down to your sides. You can roll the shoulders back and down. Take an inhale to reach up and exhale to fold. Inhale, half lift. Exhale, folding forwards. Inhale, come all the way up. Reach up. Exhale, lower your arms to your side. Shoulder roll if you want one. And inhale to reach up again though. Exhale, fold forwards. Inhale as you lift halfway. Exhale, fold. Inhale, come all the way up. Reach up. Exhale, lower your arms down to your sides. Shoulder roll if you want one, but we're going to stay standing. Our left foot's going to come back a little bit. So we're going to maybe get a little bit lighter through our left foot. You could be on the ball of the foot. You could be on the big toe. You could float that foot behind you, but use your right foot, those toes, those little claws on your mat to help you stay grounded and balanced on the right foot. It might help to tip forwards a little bit more. Lift your back or your left foot as you bring the chest forwards. Now let your hands just kind of dangle, but spread the fingers. Let the palms face behind you. So the arms, the hands, they're not really dangling. They're active. They're active. Your warrior three. Maybe go a little further to lightly tap your fingers or your longest finger or a couple of them to the ground. They might not all touch if you're spreading them wide. And then slowly just find your way back up and bring the left foot down and maybe a little shake of the legs. Just switching sides, toes, use them, push into them. A lot of our balance comes from our toes, more than we think to focus on. But the back foot, the right foot, it doesn't have to lift. Maybe it lifts for a second, a couple times. Maybe you do. Lean forwards a little bit more. Counterbalance your right leg with the upper body. Wake up or dangle the arms down. Spread the fingers. Palms facing behind you. Breathe. How are those toes doing? Maybe trying to go a little further. Touch your fingers, just getting my middle fingers. Maybe the first and the middle. Spread the fingers wider, so maybe you only get one or two finger on each hand to touch. Nice. Slowly finding your way all the way back up, planting the feet. Find the top of your mat if you did scooch back a little bit. Give your legs a bit of a shake too, and then roll your shoulders back and down. Use an inhale to reach up and exhale to fold forwards. Take an inhale to lift halfway up. Exhale, folds. Inhale, come all the way up to standing. Reach up. Exhale, lowering your arms down. Roll the shoulders back and down. Take another inhale to reach up. As you exhale, fold forwards. Inhale into a half lift. Exhale, fold. We're going to plant our hands and take our feet back and into downward facing dog. So push into your hands, send your hips higher. Slow deep breath in. Slow deep breath out. Stay for another inhale. And as you exhale, let your knees come down to the ground. Now we're going to cross our ankles, just have a seat and bring our legs out in front of us. You might give the knees a hug or a squeeze to start. You might lean back a little bit, see if you want to get a little bit lighter through the feet, just a little bit of balance on the sit bones. Maybe a little lift and lower of the feet, a little pulse up and down, whether the feet touch the ground each time or not. But we're going to tip back down, lean forwards again, and send our left leg out long. So left leg long, and our right foot is going to cross over top. Hold your knee, keep your left leg long, and sit as tall as you can. So maybe your right hand will come to the ground behind you. Maybe your left hand will too. And it might just be the fingertips. Scooch them together a little bit more. Maybe your pinkies lightly touch. So we're sitting tall, pushing into the hands, pushing into the right foot as we cross our legs, and pointing the left toes up too. So we're pretty active through our entire body right now. Pushing into the ground, into the feet, into the hands, the glutes. Take just another breath. And then you can relax. You can relax. You can hold the knee, uncross the legs. Send your right leg on. Yes, we are just switching sides. Left foot over top. Hold your knee. Bring the left hand behind. The right. Maybe try to get the pinkies to touch. Try to keep the left foot connected to the ground, crossing the legs. Point the right toes up, tall, pressing into the ground. Breathe. Just one more breath. And then you can relax a touch, uncross your legs. Maybe give the knees a hug or a squeeze. Now our left leg is gonna go back out though. And this time, well, we could lean back a little and see if the right foot wants to float. Lean back a little, just kind of balancing, lengthening the spine though. If you want to work more than that, sit tall, resist leaning back, and see if the foot wants to float. Maybe you hold on to the calf, maybe you can hold on to the foot, it's floating, and you're hugging your knee towards your chest. So sitting tall, trying to resist tipping back, sitting tall. Point your left toes up. And what's left? Maybe the right foot will lift higher and higher and higher. And maybe we can sit taller and taller and taller. Pointing those left toes up, still. Pushing your sit bones, your glutes into the ground. And then you're going to slowly lower the foot. Bring that knee as close to your chest as you can get it. Sit tall, and then relax. Send your right leg out. Bend the left leg. Maybe take a little bit of a lean back. Still long through the spine, but just kind of tipping back to counterbalance the weight of the left leg and foot. And then you can hang out here if it feels good to do so. But long and strong through the spine. If you want this option, maybe the foot still has the opportunity to get lighter. Point your right toes up. You can hold onto the leg anywhere. You don't have to get the foot. Nice and snug, that knee to the chest, sitting as tall as you can. And then maybe that left foot has somewhere to go. To lift a little higher, Pointing the right toes up. Strong, long and strong through the spine. Take a breath. And then slowly lowering the foot, taking your time, hugging that knee towards the chest, and then release. Relax, maybe give the knees a hug. Maybe take another tip backwards to float the feet. Maybe you can even take a little sway side to side here if your feet are lifted too. If you are leaning back and your feet are lifted, tip back down, tip forwards, lean forwards, and send both of your legs out long. Now you can definitely keep a bend through the knees, but if your legs are pretty straight, point your toes up. And if you want your knees, both of them bent, plant your feet on the ground too. Long and strong through the spine though, and then we're gonna twist. So you can take your chest, Turn your chest towards the right and move your hands. Push into the fingertips if they're touching the ground and twist. Continue to point your toes up if the legs are straight, long and strong through the spine. Now letting an inhale bring you forwards, and you can keep going. You can twist all the way over towards the left. Press the ground away to the hands or the fingers, the glutes, the feet. Awesome work, you guys. Use an inhale to find your way back. So you're facing forwards. You can bend your knees and bring them back towards your chest. You can lean back again. Maybe sway side to side. We're going to be laying down on our backs though. So if you want to roll slowly down, maybe your knees will end up close to the chest. Maybe you'll give your knees another hug. Just feel your back against the ground. And you can keep your legs bent, or you can send your feet up higher, taking all the weights out of the ankles, calves. And pressing your low back gently into the ground. Maybe without touching your legs, you're able to bring the knees back towards the chest. And maybe your feet to the ground. Push into the feet a little bit. Push your low back into the ground too. Just feel the ground beneath you. Maybe give your knees a very gentle sway side to side, keeping your feet planted. And then one leg at a time. You can send your legs out long and your feet out nice and wide. And then maybe just give your hips a little bit of a sway. Squeeze one glute and then the other. Continue to notice the ground beneath you. All the way from your feet to your head. And maybe letting go of any movement that you're still doing. Focus on the next breath that you take. And I encourage you to stay here in Shavasana for as long as you have time for. Thank you so much for joining me. Enjoy the rest of your day, and until next time, namaste.